that those who will be here coming to testify, that you will grant them the willpower to be able to concentrate on the subject matter and to speak what they know and to deviate from what they do not know. We continue to ask that you will also grant the commission the discerning spirit to be able to decipher between the truth and falsehood. And we also pray for the populace in general, that they will be patient and that they will not be driven by their emotions to make judgments, but that they will listen and that they will reason and reason well. And we ask that as the sitting continues, Lord, that you will grant patience throughout. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, my Bishop. Council, are we ready with the witness for this morning? If we are, let's proceed, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. We are ready to proceed with the next witness. Usher, kindly bring in the witness. Thank you.
Thank you.
I, Muhammad Lamin Touray.
Nte Muhammad Lamin Touray.
Nte Muhammad Lamin Touray.
Do swear that.
Mbenkalila ko.
Mbenkalila ko.
I'll speak the truth.
Mbe tonyale fola.
Mbe tonyale fola.
The whole truth.
Tonya dama.
Wodrombe wala fola.
And nothing but the truth.
Adunte fem fola mem manke tonyati.
Nte fem fola dinga manke tonyati.
So help me God.
Oto alama alaye makoy.
Mbe ala dani la po se mpasa se makoy.
See.
Imam Touray, welcome to the TRRC.
Thank you very much.
Imam Touray, Bismillah, TRRC.
Baraka, inshallah.
Thank you very much.
My name is Esam Baifal. We have just met briefly. And my role is to assist you to provide your testimony to the Commission.
Ntomu esa mbay falleti mbentale komanto wati sutun kola anduntela do ko mbenti jam wala mnyiti ke dema la sedandiro nyi wicho nyi kono pour katambi nyaado.
Today we would want to discuss the following topics with you.
Bi lungo ben siyo mendo dambe la flak la infannal lel kacha.
First of all, we would want to know your biography, that is your educational background and work experience.
Dokono wala mnyindi ila doku ila educational background ila londo nyi yemen soto karango karanta dingral mendo aningila doku nyi yelondo men sonan soto oto.
The Supreme Islamic Council, of which you are president.
And in Supreme Islamic Council me alon ko etela ma anyaton koti.
How it was created.
Alota nyaadile.
What is its status as an organization? What are its functions? Its relationship with the previous government of Yaya Jammeh. We would also discuss some of the decisions that were made by, or pronouncements made by the Supreme Islamic Council or some of its members.
Numbe kacala fanna la fana me alon ko kuma kangol le me alon ko Supreme Islamic Council le fana ye bonding aning ala kafudingolu.
We would look at the decision to ban certain individuals.
Numbe fanna do fana jubela men keda kangote me alon ko atata Supreme Islamic Council menta ka tongola mo ko tongo dol kang.
We would look at some of the actions it has taken against certain religious groups or sects in this society.
Andumbe fannal fanan juwel men keta baro dolti me alon ko Supreme Islamic Council ye ta ke la modol kan ya dina bunda dolti me alon ko ye le kan banko kan.
Basically, those are the issues we want to discuss.
Andu nyillem fannal timbe lafla kamen nu kacha.
Before we start,
Nemba osio commencer la.
I would want to give you a bit of background and of information as to what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Bele fraka kibar dandan di la jam me muna ya sabu mbe kela andu muna ya sabu mbe kibaro mbe kela andu me ya sabu mbe kela.
This is a truth commission established by an act of parliament.
Nimu commission de me ya lon ko na député bundankol wala ya sabatindi.
With a mandate to investigate and establish a true historical record of the violations of human rights and abuses that occurred in this country during the 22 years of Jammeh.
Andu ko men dita nyin commission la wala nyinti ko ka korosir ke ka jubere ke ko la me yalon ko eketa hadama di nyanta tinyalde me yalon ko eketa im bankun kan jang kabu yaya jamme si folo nyi bankun kan wala 1994 san kono fo 2016 wala wulta sango men nyi bankun kan jang ka korosir ke wala ka tarika lori mo sabatinda ko to ka londi ka mabo.
We all know that the constitution of this country provides every person living in this country with a freedom of religion and to manifest that religion in any way they deem fit.
Andum be yalla na nyimban kun kanjang même constitutional loi na bankola kitabu bu ba nyin ay nyanto di hadama di ngon hadama di la pour yebule la di anye dino la ni lafta dino dino men na yebula dino nyin noma diate nyame itara yela lafo dina bunda nyin na diate nyame.
But within the confines of the law.
Andu ni be fanankela ke ni loi ni sartol ye men fo ya bula noma.
We understand that during Jammeh, certain rights of certain religious rights were violated, or the rights of certain individuals to practice their religion were violated.
Andu ngay fahamu la fana ya Jammeh la manda pour ka bula dina bundal noma ila nyantol tinyale andu dina bundal fana no fanna la yol fana na nyantol tinyale.
And the mandate of this commission is to investigate what are those violations?
Andu abe kono do ko e mendi ni commission la be kono wala nyindu munne ni nyantol ti men alon ko yewlo nyantol tinyala munna nyanta tinyala men la dol kan.
The causes of those violations?
Munne sababu taw nyanta tinyaro la nyanta tinyala men la te ka munne sababu te la.
The extent of the violations?
Elo sababu elo nyanta tinyala ni ngata la ay samba ay tate kan fo wati late kan fo wati jallal fo wati jumalla.
And who were the perpetrators of these violations?
Jumalem ni nyanta tinyala le men tinyaro la ni mol kan ke la nyantol tinya.
And the ultimate objective
andu hamenda menti
is to establish the truth about what has happened.
Wala mka tonyan keso sabatin me alon ko mune keta.
So that there would be healing and reconciliation.
Isaje ko je be nyinala men keta jaralo ke ko la me alon ko keta mulla.
So that we can all come together as one people of the Gambia.
Saje mbesi murum kan nyoga ngambulol di nyola ngake Gambia nka kilingol ti mira kilin soro nyoye.
So this inquiry that we are doing is not an attack on any particular religion. It's not to question the validity, rules, or morals of any religion.
Manki nyinte ka korosiri ka jubere ka dina fanna o fanna ka fako ila itolla lonka woni lontandani muna ma nafati waranto muna ma la yirwati amanke o fananti.
It is not to question the moral authority of any individual
manke nyindi fana ya londi nyine kam fana ka fako kamo kinkulina la ko jube ala tamanya waranto ala hamo mendi waranta kala kol sambanya me dino la karola be dina bunda mento.
It is not an examination of Islam or the Sharia law.
Manke nyindi fana commission nyi commission ya londi nyine kam ka fako ka dina kilin jube ka tombon kala kol kisi ka jube waranto Sharia wala karola ka fana jube ka kisi manke woti.
It is simply to ask the following questions.
Were
any religious rights violated during the 22 years? Which were those religious rights that were violated? What is the extent of that violation? And who was responsible for the violation? That is the inquiry we are embarking upon, and that is what we've been doing on this subject from the beginning of the session.
Wala munyisio nyi lontang kangoti kabrin nyisio nyi msira nyi sio rankai nyi fanna nyi ka kisikisi wala nyindi na kuwala.
We are not siding with or against any religion. We are just looking at the law, the laws of the Gambia as captured in the constitution and the other laws of the country.
Mankanyi desio nga sita nyina kama ka dina fanna kilin jube ka ul kaja fi warando ka bula wala kuno maka kisi me bula ring mendo ma wala lua memfo banko lua memfo nga menke be wala no ma amanke nyinde be dina kilina no ma aku nyin kono.
Do you understand, sir?
Yes, very well.
Do you have any questions on that which I may need to clarify before we proceed?
Follow
For the time being, I have no question.
Thank you, Imam.
Imam.
Can you tell us your full names, please?
Council, just a minute. Just want to emphasize the point that you have just made on the purpose of the commission. The Act does provide very clearly that to create this impartial record of violations and abuses, it outlined 4 main purposes. I will refer to this from the Act itself directly. First, it is to promote healing and reconciliation. Second, to respond to the needs of the victims. Third, address impunity. And the fourth one, to prevent a repeat of the violations and abuses suffered by making recommendations. For the establishment of appropriate preventive mechanisms. Including institutional and legal reforms. Just wanted them to add that onto what Council is just said about the purposes and of the exercise that we are involved in.
Lafita ka wala lafa kansule men fo jandrong pour ka lafa la dia mo nyin kandrong pour assisene ya mo bema dalilo me asabu nyin commission nyin asa londita.
And so sorry for the interruption, but you may continue.
Yeah, very valuable contribution, Mr. Chair. Yeah, Imam, what are your full names, sir?
Ya Imam, ito kendo nu
Muhammad Lamin Touray.
My name is Muhammad Lamin Touray.
Could you give us your date and place of birth, please?
fo isi la wulu sang ani wulu da dingira men do isi je fono mo len naba
28 September 1955,
1955,
Gunjur.
Gunjur.
Can you give us a brief description of your educational background?
Oh, ila londo nyin la londi karaw nyin na fanna la fanam fo iso fanan kam kum ala sutian ka sutian di mole fo iso fanan dino mole ay tata minto kiya commencé minto la fo ila banta dame do ila karaw la fanna la
Nga karamo start
I started I started learning
Mama Male Bulu na suokono
from my grandfather in our own compound.
Mimwal Mamotu Wato Gunjur.
He was the Imam of Gunjur at that time.
Ikapae Famadi Touray.
He was called Famadi Touray.
For 1965,
Till 1965,
Hatab Bojaye Karambungo Yele Gunjur.
that's the time when Hatab Bojang established a school in Gunjur.
Duntao Karambungo.
I enrolled into that school.
Karamola Tebulo for 1977.
I was learning from him till 1977.
Then Tata Saudi.
Then I went to Saudi.
Ngana BA KJ in Islamic law.
I did my BA at Saudi in Islamic law.
So Nata Murungambia.
Then I came back to the Gambia.
Did you do any other studies?
inara na karaw fanna do fanan kele ba
Exactly, nga higher diploma ke for teaching Arabic for non-speaking Arabic.
I also did a higher diploma in teaching Arabic and teaching others in Arabic.
And when did you finally return to the Gambia?
inara na muruna Gambia banko kanjang wari jumalla
1989.
I came back in 1989.
And when you came back, did you become a member of any Islamic organizations within the sub-region?
Bri muruna na Gambia banko kanjang fo inara na tara l'islam bunda kafo to le bang Gambia banko kanjang waranto nyim nayin tundo to jamba.
Yes, kabiri murunta atara nkaramoma ekapo dolonu ikapo meko Islamic Solidarity Association of West Africa.
Yes, when I came back, I discovered that my teacher had established an association called Islamic Solidarity Association of West Africa.
So janning kana ngatara te banda.
But before I returned back, he passed away in my absence.
So Kabrinata Yenteta as a president for that worker photo.
So when I came back, I was appointed as the president of that association. Up to this minute, I am still the president of that association.
Since 1989, that should be about 31 years.
1989 for science akamundo obekela sanjitan saba ninkili
Wonderful. In which countries does this organization operate?
ning kafo ning abe banku jellero kela kolke damendo
Kabirim Binala nung atara ay branch o soto Ghana.
When we were coming back, it had a branch in Ghana at that time.
Ay branch o soto Nigeria, Kano.
It had another branch in Nigeria at a place called Kano.
But Kabira te fata 1984, Jannin Tolbina, Fenjama Kanata Kapoto.
But when he died in 1984, before I returned, a lot of things stopped being done in the association.
So wale atina o branch will be dropped.
That was the reason why those branches were closed.
But saying.
But right now, at this moment,
we operate in Gambia, Senegal, and Guinea-Bissau.
We are operating in the Gambia, Senegal, and Guinea-Bissau.
And in addition to that, did you occupy any imamship when you returned to Gambia? Any imamship position when you returned?
Abe kam fanam bring imurunta na Gambia banko kan jam fana. Fo wati soron dala bam fanang inana keta kake almamo di glato bang.
Ntela mo gonjola Deputy Imam Ratib for signing.
I am the Deputy Imam Ratib of Gunjur up to this moment.
Nene ketanu Imam Modipana State House.
I was once an Imam at the State House Mosque.
For Watila.
For some time.
In addition to all that, you are also President of the Supreme Islamic Council, correct?
Yes. Supreme Islamic Council president.
Yes.
Can you tell us what were the reasons for the establishment of the Supreme Islamic Council?
For isa for nanye mundalil de mune sababuta mune sabuta Supreme Islamic Council lontang kan aketa mune.
Ngamin tara constitution auto min kakapota mandi.
What I found in the constitution by what the operation, the association or the group operates by.
Walam nyente ko kabiring alfalia crosiroke.
That means that after the elders looked around and saw what was happening.
Muslime couple siala banko kay belola demanding.
Because there were a lot of Muslim associations being established in the country one by one.
Yeah, Imam, you mentioned the constitution. Which constitution are you referring to?
Constitution la kumofo. Ibe constitution jumal la kumofo ka.
Wala mo Supreme Islamic Council la constitution.
That's the constitution of the Supreme Islamic Council.
And by that, you mean the document that established the Supreme Islamic Council as an association or as an organization?
Niko ala constitution wala mindiko wala bukoti bukubati me yalonko atele mu Supreme Islamic Council atele sabatindi ke londi ke kafoti.
Yes.
Proceed, please.
Tenteng.
So nata korosiko mo jama be graduate kampanan kabo bankol to minu mankilia.
They also discovered that a lot of people are coming back to the Gambia who were out of the country doing different, studying at different institutions who were coming back into the country at that time.
People were graduating from different countries and returning to the Gambia. I think that's what the Imam tried to say, correct?
Ameriko wato la molbe karamo bankang be bankol to me alon ko manki kilinti bi bakang be burun kan Gambia banko kanjang yolof.
Yes.
And which countries are you referring to?
Nyum banko ni ko bankol to ba wallam jumaldi banko jumaldi kila karamo bandamento.
Ima will talk constitution out.
No name of any country was in the constitution.
But are you aware, as a matter of fact, countries from which Gambians were graduating at that time?
By say itela londo do foi anate itela londo do Gambiano lo benum ke la karan kumfa bangol mento bang foi te si lonno la bang.
Actually ye jewuli min kamadal mawlo.
Actually I don't know what that was or what that means.
At that time, in which countries or from which countries were Gambians graduating from?
Watola.
In Islamic studies, of course.
Gambia dingol ikela karanun kumfanun banku jumalero dino Islam ola karola.
Banku dantambe olukono.
There were a few countries.
Sudan.
Egypt.
Saudi.
Libya. These are some of the few countries where Gambians went and graduated.
How about Morocco?
Morocco banko du.
Morocco man start Juna.
Morocco didn't start early.
Hakilo man graduate Mary Molma main graduate akaboto.
I am unable to remember any of the people who graduated from Morocco in the earlier days.
Yes, so Gambians were graduating from different countries and returning to Gambia.
Amunta Gambiano be la karang kumfa kang banku. Jamal do man ko mankiling ni pareta ye muruna Gambia banko kanjang.
What about this particular fact necessitated the establishment of the Supreme Islamic Council?
Silam mune nata na sababu fang men nata na sabu fo Supreme Islamic Council la jarata pour ka londi.
Ya londi ku jama kama wolu kono puruka umbrella soto mimbe muslimi ado ko be kaplanyo.
Well, the reason for that was to have an umbrella body which will cover all other Islamic associations in the country.
These different countries from which Gambians were graduating in Islamic studies, did they share one common or universal ideology about Islam?
Nyum banku mola yango banku siman kilingol le mealo Gambiano ke la karangol kumfaje e muruna njang. Ida lo londoro fo nyum bankol ye be mira kilin ne soto bandino la karolo fo ila miro la fatata la bandino la karola ba.
Actually manda daming nte wala miro londa no fonga lonko nyuno ke mira wala la miro la wala nyendono ke mira wala.
Well, actually, the countries that I didn't visit, I cannot point or I cannot say this is the way they were thinking or this is the way they were carrying out their Islamic or their religious activities, or this is how they were worshipping, because I didn't visit their country, so I cannot say anything about that.
What I am trying to drive at is whether it was realized that these graduates coming from different countries had different perceptions or ideologies of Islam.
Lafta kamen me sene majang wala minti ko fo nyin Gambia dingol me yalan ko e la karam kum fana banko siman kilingol do andu ni wala ba karam ba yena ana muruna Gambia banko kanja fo ni murunda na yela karam ban fo ila mirol ani la dino tamandirnya fo e ka kilinda ban lafta ko wala long
yalo manya na wolona ni ataran successful ta na do koto because il lapitala na umbrella body lo mbebe mira killing la min koto. So ni wo tata no true momo ni mira kota na robe drop lala.
We shouldn't be able to know that there are different ways of going about their religious ways. What our intention was to be a body whereby anyone who returns home being a graduate, we will all have the same thinking, the same perception of Islam, and we will all follow the same route so that it will be oneness amongst us.
I have your statement here.
And
I would read out one sentence to you. And tell us whether it represents what you have in mind.
And
what you told the investigators. It is as follows. The graduates who returned from these countries all wanted to implement the Islamic ideologies of these different countries in the Gambia.
Bankol to mealon ko siman kilingol langi murunda na Gambia banko kanjay be lafta kela dinol del tamandi nyala me yalon ma yalon ko ya karan wala nyama ka murundi ni Gambia banko kanjang.
Does that represent your view?
O ni la miro
Honyilo.
That's the main reason for establishing the,
Amim balundi min ni tela karo damay nyomay.
so that nobody will come in string that we have.
Wala tela bosi solo. Inen damay nyomay wala kana bukoliki.
If the areas that they have done or the schools that they were attending, there will that difference will be there. But we want to bring back everything together.
Barinto syllabus dada
School in the Gambia will be running on those lines.
itentanda han kabi kafoko.
Since the number of returning graduates were on the increase,
An umol be siyakan ne.
an idea of having an umbrella body
Miro ka pour ka miro
ideologies together
obeni molla fanna miro molla mira lol me ko e fatala kayro kono nyokan.
does that represent your view?
O ni la miro nyin tatale bang.
Cure. But what we wanted was to bring down everything. We will bring them all under one umbrella.
Proceed, please.
And then
And what else?
Puruka Kambe
Level best to establish unity among Muslims of the country.
The council established and in which year?
annalo ano hamonyin
1992.
1992.
And how?
nyadi alota nyadi le.
Lo nyal minu katanyala bawon tolmu regime sabanjanglat.
We,
Regional be membe Gambia.
all the regions in the Gambia,
Sul
each region sends 15 people to the council
nimbe concret kala puruka kapo
for the association.
nga palasol tandi lafta molu
Positions where we want to have people to fill those positions.
omo palas tang anin kilinati.
Those,
Opolombe na president otombona.
we will start by saying we are about to choose or select a president who are interested to become the president of the Supreme Islamic Council.
Wala jamale lafta
10-10.
You're attending.
wala jamale lafta jamale moje te lafta miye kati.
Or
Ninga wolbe to soto pa pareta. Oli minu tandi ko foi lafta le isewoli nyininka yete chodi puruka ke
by other people, we will start by those people and ask them, well, so and so you were selected.
Niko ha seto la pa bolu kangebe karate pa la menu.
If you say yes, your name will be added to those. No, they will just remove your name.
Wala nanga konkre minke mansa konko.
This is why the Congress that we held, some people said they wanted Soriba to become the president.
Dol control lafta banding drama kati.
Some said,
Landin Sanya wala Imam Touray.
some said they want Bajan to become the president or Keba Landing Sanya. So when all of those people were questioned,
Ndenga etandila kontema interest.
I
Mol minno ye interest sotoje.
those people who were interested to become president in a blank paper which had no name.
Minu nyanta vote la ye okaito talawol betema. So ikoite la fita miye ke president ise otosa vete la kaito bala.
So after distributing the Supreme Islamic Council, write that person's name on that blank paper.
Barika ne panguto keje.
But don't write your own name there. They were written.
Ye tombong.
They
Ye kapunyola.
they were collected.
Edate konti.
And they were counted. The guy who got the majority of the votes became the president of the Supreme Islamic Council.
What do you control until after Imam Touray ke president?
If somebody says, I want Imam Touray to become the president, if there is no other person who is competing Imam Touray,
First Congress in Mansa Konko in 1992 is
92 sang kono. O sangolam Supreme Islamic Council kafoni alota.
Mansa Konko la concret mo follow kata 1992.
the first Congress took place maybe at the Independence Stadium.
thank you, Imam, for that clarification.
Embenna Supreme Islamic Council ila doku munati.
Our job?
Wala mo adamati. Mandinkol ka adamaya dadaro.
Our job was just everything good in Islam.
Nimminunata iyaye.
There is a dispute anywhere or a disagreement which has become serious, dispute or disagreement comes to an end and we will bring them together. Sometimes from alcalos, sometimes from the chiefs, sometimes from the governor. Will want us to join them to go to a particular place to place in the country.
Would you say, Imam, or what type of organization would you call?
Which organization are you referring to?
Would you say that it's a charitable organization?
Supreme Islamic Council.
That's the Supreme Islamic Council.
Would you say that the Supreme Islamic Council is a charitable organization?
Nin tata ning Kenya laika kafol tola min na dunia old. Nsapon waya ko kafu wolo kafu sipa nsapon.
They themselves and the Yaya Sise were involved in the establishment of the president, so that he can join us, so that we can establish this organization. And at that Njai BP also played an important role in the establishment of the organization.
So among ko charity ka polimene be banta mo kalo purise fenyininala.
No, it's not like charitable organizations which can be formed so that they will be looking for assistance from outside.
Imam, it's been suggested that before its establishment, a number of institutions or schools or madrasas or majlis used to go abroad to raise funds for Islamic education in the Gambia.
Nim fotale ko janning Supreme Islamic Council kafo abelola mo kumtulenal tartanu sorotal nu men yalon ko e ka finti bantala jan ikata banta ikata depensiro nyini bantala ikata depensiro nyini nan kana Gambia banko kanja ikato ika karabungi doku karamu dingilal to ika wollel to use ke munafan depensol la nan kana kana Gambia banko kanja janning Supreme Islamic Council kafo belola fotonya la muti.
And it was deemed necessary to have an organization through which all these activities, fundraising activities or charitable activities could be coordinated.
And ninata naje ko ajaretale kuru pour que kafo londe même kala ñu même ñu Supreme Islamic Council me alon ka be kala kafuti me alon ka be kala kafule me alon ka kol be ta ke kafu ñoma membe kala dépense ñi ñu drangoti kafoti kafol be me alon ka be tele dépense ñi la kafol be toyala pour dino la karola foto ñala fana mo.
Was that a reason?
Fo wala mo dali lo de ban ala lon temps ñi
yalon kafo be dunia kono.
You see, any organization in this world
abe aims objectives.
They all have aims and objectives. And that's always written in the principles or the constitution of that organization. If you want to bring in something else which is not part of that book, I don't think that will be able to fit in there. Because that was not the reason for the establishment. If that's the reason also you want to follow, then that reason has not been established in the rules of the organization.
Thank you very much for that clarification. You said the government wanted the organization to be established. Would you say that the Supreme Islamic Council is a private organization or is it a governmental organization?
Supreme Islamic Council.
Perhaps I should rephrase the question. is it a non-governmental organization or is it a governmental organization?
Masakundala kafu bundala mbandoko bundala mbafama nka masakundala doko bunda kafutiwa.
Abanke Mansakundala Doko Bunda is a non-governmental organization.
It is not part of the government. It is a non-governmental organization.
And you mentioned earlier that in every organization, its aims and objectives are written in the laws of the organization. You recall that?
Ya fonu koma tunu janko kafu ala lontan kangu menti anila hamenda menti ika safela constitution on yin kono leba fo hakilo si je malaba.
I said he said a little while ago that in every organization, the aims and objectives of the organizations are written in the constitution of that organization. And everything that the organization does should be within the framework of what is contained in that constitution.
Kafu aka hamendal ning lontan kangol sotole. Andu wol nyana tarala constitution ila bukuba ning konole. Andu ila ko kuna bekela. Anyana tarala buko ning kono. Na mende alon ka ta buko ning kono.
Yes, that's true.
The Supreme Islamic Council, when it was established, did it have any governmental powers or any powers to enforce any orders?
For Supreme Islamic Council, bilin yalo. For ay fanna sura ba me yalon ko mansakunda e kara sura jela bankela ko kela sembota ka le kambang wol mem Supreme Islamic Council ti bankale kan ka bola mansakunda la karola ba
Honey, otije.
No.
Are you done with the interpretation? He said no, wotije.
No, he said that's not part of it.
So you just said no.
He said no, that's not it.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
no,
the bit.
it
The bit I was waiting to hear.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That no, that was not part of it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. In fact, in your statement, you said that the council does not have power to force its decision on anyone. Is that correct?
andu hanin kabi ya fo janko ila statement ro mem ye kuma ka mendi safero iko council nyin mem Supreme Islamic Council man sembe soro ka la mokan pour ka kula mokan
No, we don't have that power.
In fact, under the laws of the Supreme Islamic Council, do you have the power to censor anybody, to ban anybody from preaching? Do you have that power according to your constitution?
andu hanin kabi ni la constitution men ka la loi ko mem Supreme Islamic Council la loi fo ale sembo so la banka tongo la mo kamba kana kawando ke ba moran men ni o kamulumba
Never. No,
we don't have those powers.
Do you have the power as the Supreme Islamic Council to declare anybody non-Muslim?
fo ale sembo fanan soro la bang Supreme Islamic Council kamo kankula ka chodi ka fo ko yite manke muslimoti fale o sembo soro la bang
Mamera o musembo de kari manke muslimoti intela jeroto. On the symbol.
I don't think there's a power of its own to point somebody and say this person is not a Muslim. I don't think that is a power. That's what you've seen, seeing, or what you understand about that person.
We just want to understand the extent of the powers or the aims and objectives of the Supreme Islamic Council as at that time.
Laftal ka London Supreme Islamic Council lontan kan anila hamenda menti o watola anila sembo mentinu o watola.
Was it part of its functions to declare individuals or organizations as being non-Muslim?
Fo abela do ko kono la bang kamo kankula waranto ka kafule mbam fo mo kunkilina la bang ka fo ko imanke muslimoti. fo abela sembo kono waranda fa abela do ko kono le bang
nsewo fanole.
Well, we can utter those types of statements. We can say things like that.
Would I be wrong to say that one of the principal aims of the Supreme Islamic Council was to help foster peace and unity, social cohesion within the country?
Four. Mbetilin na laban kaf kanyim foko Supreme Islamic Council la lontan kan menti abe okono wala minti ko ka mamma fanna la me yalon ko abe kala banko dingol la karola de pour que suri nyola ko bendango ning juruboro ka ke kilinti ka kayro sabati de molda maltema fo amanke e malo wala kamaba
Bakade yalo wala kam.
Very well. That's why it was established.
Thank you very much.
Barakabake.
And you would also agree with me that it was not the role of the Supreme Islamic Council to force anyone to accept to fast or pray at a particular day.
Nung ibe son na manyin na la fanan ko Supreme Islamic Council amandre la sembo kono waranta amandre la doko kono pour ka mo forcer warna ka fu forcer ka fo ko albesal la bile waranda albesunna bile warandon sama
Sembo mantara Supreme Islamic Council ka for forcer. Supreme
Islamic Council doesn't have the powers to force people to say that you are going to pray today.
But if
the council deems it fit and they've seen a clear reason that people should pray on a particular day, they have the right to voice out that statement. No, but there is no force or power with us to force people to do things.
And the relationship between the Supreme Islamic Council and the government, is there any national law which established the Supreme Islamic Council? There's an obvious, the answer to this is obvious, but I just ask this question so that its status would be very, very clear to everybody. Is there any national law which established the Supreme Islamic Council or gave it statutory recognition?
Four. Monsakunda ning Supreme Islamic Council la kafunyo yaro warando la badi yaro. Fu banko luale bejamba me yalon ko ay somebody Supreme Islamic Council ay sute bang ka somebody la banko la luaro.
Supreme Islamic Council.
The Supreme Islamic Council, it has a lot of work to do. The job they are supposed to do is very wide. This is why the government needs it and individuals also need it, likewise everybody in the country. But the law is power. We don't have that power. It is the government that has that power.
Thank you very much. There seems to be this misconception that the Supreme Islamic Council was established by an act of parliament. And you have just cleared the fact that it is an NGO, it was established under the Societies Act, and it is not established by an act of parliament.
Better yes and the Janko Supreme Islamic Council man kafu de mayor on kon deputy bumba wala luani londi wala luani safeka londi kafu le mayor on ko drong model kafu tanyo banku dingol ya kafoni londi ya lual fananta ye safe londi.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Exactly, yes.
Thank you very much. The relationship between the Supreme Islamic Council and former President Jammeh, can you tell us a bit about it?
Supreme Islamic Council, ani President Omar Benunjan, Yaya Jammeh, ila badia Benunyame, foisi jefonye ba, Abenunyame.
Supreme Islamic Council.
Supreme Islamic Council.
ala badia anin Gambia la mansakunda.
Its connection with the Gambia government.
Jawara Yahya Jammeh Barrow.
Jawara Yahya Jammeh and Barrow.
Isulata fewo fenna ni tulusa mira kon tulusa wo kenole.
Whatever they need, and they think that we can do it as a body.
Yembulala.
And they tell us to do it.
Wala munna do ko.
Well, that will be part of our job.
Ado nyanta ngake.
And we should do it.
Ni atara ni Muslime amanyo wale.
If it is on the same lines with the Islamic law, we should do it. And if it is useful to the nation and to the citizens. So that's the same type of connection we had with Jawara, the same connection we had with Yahya Jammeh, and that's the same connection existing between us and Barrow.
One thing I have noticed from what you have said is that whatever you are told to do should be in line with the law, correct?
Ku kilimbeje kuma kan kilimbeje ila diamo kono ngammen suute baake wala mindi ko je ko ku faale pour aliyake alkadile ko aliyo ko nyinki ani luwanyi ta nyola foto nyale
Loi de data bakele.
The law is something that is very tight in its own.
Ayeke kuti ala sontamin.
It should be something that Allah will accept. That's how we walk.
Would you say that the act that you are asked to do should also be lawful under the laws of this country?
If we be fanam folala ko o baro nyingi yemen yal kanim men pour aliyem menke fo abekala baralti fana me alon ko abetara luwa fana ko bang ko luwa nyin ko bang
yalo luwa olo moy ka dada e bete ya tonya kan.
The law is to do something, let it be good and truthful.
Olo musaria wala misilme ala do code.
That's the Sharia. That's what Muslims should do.
So misilme ya nen luwa tilindingo e banyo wale.
So to be a Muslim or the norms of Islam and the law are almost the same.
Luwa tilindingo.
A law that is straightforward.
Thank you, Ya Imam.
Barakabake, Ya Imam.
Forcing Gambians to pray on a particular day, you said, was not part of the powers of the Supreme Islamic Council, correct?
Ka force wala Gambian ol kang ka lung tombong ka fo albesal lañu lung karilela iko amantra Supreme Islamic Council la do ko kono tonya
force ka sali.
Yes.
To
force people to pray is not part of our function.
As an imam and also as president of the Supreme Islamic Council, would you say that it is lawful in Islam to force anybody to pray or fast at a particular day?
Mala men naimu alma moldi andung itel fana Supreme Islamic Council president fo e bayin fola ko force wala din wala karola pour ka mo forcer ka fo e be sunna min karle warando be salla nyin lun karle fo force wala mo din wala karola ba
dino fo mo forcer soto.
The religion itself doesn't have anything forceful
because alabato mungani olete.
Because worshipping Allah comes from the heart. Somebody can be standing on a prayer mat, bending down, standing up, but that person, if you look at it properly, is not praying. Worshipping comes from the heart, and nobody reaches that heart except Allah himself.
So wala nania force ise action o jenole mimbiko yemin fo abe wala bar mi muku sahare wado wala ba mantara wala.
So if you force somebody, he can just do the actions and you will see him doing those actions whilst in his heart or in her heart the performance is not there.
So sondomole be sonna adama de wona alabado.
So it is the heart that will agree for somebody to worship properly.
I cannot agree more with you on that important point. But the question I am driving at is, would it be lawful to say everybody in this country must fast or pray at a particular day?
Dino la karol force dino ya force la mo kandama force ka fo mole ko be sunna bile force ka warando be salla samale warando sininding force ka ngol to nyininka
yalla wo sembo de mansa fango te wo sembo de la no mola.
Well, that power doesn't lie with the government itself, so they cannot force people to do that. And Allah has not given that power to us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. May I ask that a video be played, please? A video of Yaya Jammeh about the Eid.
Let me make it very clear. Here in this country, we go by Suratul Kafirun. We leave judgment to the Almighty Allah. Finally, I will also not allow people to divide Islam in the Gambia. Because also it is in the Quran that we should not allow anyone to divide Islam or Muslims. Those who say they are waiting for, let me say that in Wolof. Ñi ne duñ julli ndigal la ñoo xaar. Iko minu ko ite salila e ka yamarole la moy. Duñ julee fi ta nañ dem fi seen sëriñ bi nekk ñu julee fo ëllëg kenn du julee fi. Ako ite salila ja yeta ila morobe dami wala be yamaro batuka ñi ñepp wax nga ne yow ndigal nga xaar te ndigal ki la jox ndigal bi nekk fi ndax fi la nekk dama si fu mo julee kooku sax du julee si Gambia sagat ma yow ci ko be Gambia ko je te ko e ka yamarole band batu yeta wo Noma ibe yamaron ta instruction to local government. Ako local government man sakunda remo bunda mo jox chef yi ay biamu chefole ak governor yi anin governor lu ñu jox ndigal alkali yi c'est alkalo yamaro di alkalo la ñu daha iliman yoyu ñu fa ñoo nekk imam sa yoy ñu joxe sen bopa iliman ñu ne ndigal la ñu an nañ leen daha ci sen mosque bi odna ko tej wo satel me bin yalon ko la al mamol mu sa yol la timi ni ma wo ke ngeb al fenkol sorna minister intira journal instruction interior minister police bunda nga yamaro dilal unless you want to be in my hotel. Xana su fekkee da nga bëgg a dem ci hotelam bi na nit julli elek ako aba jibela jumale be salla Gambia kono jan sam billahi wallahi taala ñu set la kalita la billahi wallahi taala sen ma nga gis ako aba jekane last 2 days ako tiflol ko
pardon us imam ntolbe yalla ngoy
kendegal.
Was that lawful? Was that what we just heard from Yaya Jammeh? Imam, sorry, we were asked to hold on. There's a technical problem being sorted out. Thank you, Ya Imam. What we have just heard from Yaya Jammeh, we heard him say that everybody must pray a particular day. Was that lawful?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
We thank God.
Because Yahya say mandate din on Supreme Islamic Council la India moto jam.
Iko say akamba.
Unka say yamaro din on Supreme Islamic Council la.
Yahya could give
India moto jam.
He could give instructions to the Supreme Islamic Council by the statement he made here.
But in Tolunga tentu.
But we thank God
ate Yamaro the local government minister.
That he gave the instructions to the local government minister.
We had no business with it.
Imam, I underline that fact also.
Imam, ndefanga yo tonya jele.
But the question I am asking you,
Bari mbe nyinin kaka menna
what Yaya Jammeh pronounced,
Yaya Jammeh men kankula jang.
was that lawful?
Wodum loi ani loi tatale bang.
Min tambita, what passed ni Yaya tema ni particular issue?
Between me and Yaya Jammeh on this particular issue,
Ni o kalamtanu,
if you were aware of it,
ite natalaja.
you wouldn't have brought this issue here.
Nga fen jamala kachaja.
We discussed many issues here.
Nga sampulu jama dia la panang.
I gave him many examples too.
Ntol la society jang.
Our society here,
Mobika mo forose salol.
no one forces another,
Wale atena nga fae ko.
which is why I told him that
Ika uli la bung konole.
you get up from your home
Kata salola jame wat.
and go to the mosque to pray.
Yetambi damolala.
You pass people playing drafts.
Yetambi lodola la marahasila la hata
You
minnal.
pass others playing lodo, others brewing attire.
Yeta sali.
You go on to pray
Yena amurung.
and return back.
Ye tunyama iketa wale jam.
Just as you left them, you will find them the same.
Never. Mone na manyapi mo kanka pa beda ne manta salpa.
And never has anyone attacked another on the basis of not praying.
Wo kamala.
For that reason,
Nga file kontrolu kibaro le benkanka fo mode.
I told him that we have news to give people or information,
Bari akele wale make.
but whether they adhere to it or not,
Wo man kenna dokot.
that is not our responsibility.
Ninga yoja ninga nyomo yoto nandonda nyime fajata fala.
If we had developed an understanding on that issue, then this thing that he has just said, he wouldn't have said so.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Imam.
Lumbara bake Imam.
And it is good to know that there are people who protested.
Bete ata pour moli ya long ko molu sotontale nung men ya long ko yela balanda itandiala.
But what we want to first underline here
Bari in lafta men folo senandila ka bambandi jang.
is that that statement he uttered, that everybody must pray a particular day,
Ko ayo kuma kango memfo ko mobe nyanta salla lunnela
let's call it by its name.
na kumandi atola.
Was it lawful or was it unlawful?
Wodung luwa la silo lam fodung ani luwa la silo manta.
So malo aka nyininka jamal la kumola na la baro. Ntetaba upoyayata.
I don't know whose statement and actions you are asking me about, Yaya Jammeh's or my own work.
We are not talking about your own words.
Mandara itela kumo fokan.
We are talking about the words that were uttered by Yaya Jammeh, the then President of the Republic.
Yaya Jammeh nying kuma kangulu melu fo me yalon atolom president wotinu nyim bankun kam bewle la kuma kangulu ma.
Those words, were they lawful or were they unlawful?
Ayo kuma kangulu melu fo nya wol mulu ani luwa tatale fani luwa manta.
Anin sharia ngomanta because sharia ngomamo force.
It is not in line with the Sharia because the Sharia does not force anyone.
I can also tell you
Mfanansi nyimfono yeko.
that it is not in line with the laws of this country as contained in the Constitution and the laws of the Gambia.
Wato aninyi mbanko la lualu manta nyola ka benna bukuba kono nyamin ikafo meye constitutional anu anim banko la lualu fanana manta no nyola.
Which means that it is unlawful in Sharia and it is unlawful under the laws of the Gambia.
Wala mnyenti ko wairi sharia ngo mansongala. Gambia fanana lualu abe safari nyami imansongala.
Sharia ngomano puru ke force dia kuya iba kela tende.
The Sharia does not force you to do things forcefully in a particular way.
Minyanta kela sharia ka wale yamari.
What ought to be done is what the Sharia advocates.
Minyanta kake.
That which ought to be done.
Ninkaro e jeta muslime du.
When the crescent is sighted in the Islamic world,
Muslimo bele janta salanyol.
all Muslims are expected to fast.
Wala bo sharia wala landirod.
That is the way Sharia puts it.
Bar mimma ke katanya paka mina ne make.
But if someone fails to do and you attack the individual and for not doing so, that power is not given to people.
Thank you, Ya Imam.
Ya Imam.
Yaya Jammeh went further to say
Yaya Jammeh continue ta ka fo fananko
that imams
ko alimamolu
that would go against his edict, his statement, his order
o alimamolu menu balanta alaw kangola alaw kuma kangolula ay mem foteng
would be arrested
ibe mutalale
and would be removed from their imamship.
and we be bondila alimam yalale.
Did you hear that part?
Ako fo yo moyle bang
Very well.
Was that lawful?
wodum anil luatata nyolale bang
Ninga wo minu.
If he had meant that,
Tendunga belma me jamale arrest la.
then he would have arrested many imams.
Almame jurumo le mansale.
There were many imams that did not pray.
So ola nanga mera omu kumoleta ya podorombara mamin.
That is why I thought that was just a mere statement, but it did not actually mean it.
But for now, let's not get to that part yet, whether he meant it or not.
but for saying mamfuta auto follow for aya abakono le kapare kake bang fodung amam pare akela.
But let's examine whether that statement was lawful.
Mbe menji be kanja
Was it lawful?
mbe menji be kanja ngolem alaw kuma kan fodung wo fango ni luatata nyolale.
Nkomala besta mene kampuru kaopo.
I said I do not know upon what he based his statement.
But under the Sharia, in which you are very knowledgeable,
Bari
would
sariyang
that statement be lawful?
bari sariyang la karo la katu ite fomo sariyang lonnaleti ay nyim mem foteng fodum kutilindi ngolo men ni luatata.
Ni momi mansalimbe sorona. Wo sembo sariyang maodi mod.
To lock up anyone that does not pray is power that the Sharia has not given to anyone.
How about if you prayed on another date, I would arrest you and detain you and remove you from your imamship. Would that be lawful?
Ando ay mem fanam foko momondin salta lundola men natela lungu fatata mbe mutalale ne sorong andu be bondila almami yalale fodum wo kuma kan wo fanan ni luatata le ba.
Yalong tonyalo mulua muna bankola tarambulo leti. But
you know, it is true, the law is what we run our country by. But the law is tight, very tight.
Because
But because if you ask me if that was lawful or unlawful, I would not be able to answer that. Because I do not know upon which Yaya based his instructions on.
Sariyango mang sembo di mola ke porose yesale wala lunkari. Tenu jamengo molu janjanda salola. Momo be marse konombite be no kanne ningana.
The Sharia does not give the powers to force anyone to pray. That is why if that power was in existence, then after prayers, we would all go to the market and arrest all those that are in the market.
Momo manda salola mbite be kamalage arrest.
Anyone that does not go for prayers will go for them and arrest them all.
Bari sondomole ka ala batu adong ala doronde ka jeje. So,
but it is the heart
that
worships God, and only God that sees what is in the heart.
Would you say that the attempt Yaya Jammeh was making to force the whole country to pray at a particular day would have amounted to a violation of the rights of the Muslims?
Fodo be nyim fo kan di Yaya Jammeh kuma kan lu menu fo kam molu forcer ke salindi lunna say ngomu kuleti me yalon ko atabe men karakan fodum ay molu la nyanto le tinya banko kam me yalon ko muslimo lem.
I don't think I can answer that.
Well,
because the question is very wide. Because what someone says because he can do, or what he says because he said so.
Because
If you say that anyone that does not pray, you'll be arrested, do you think anyone can do that in this country? So that is just mere statement.
Let me change the question. Let me rephrase it. Those who prayed on that day because they were afraid that if they didn't, they would be arrested. Would you say that their rights were violated?
That happened. It's a question I'm throwing back at you. Were there people that prayed because they were scared?
I normally would not answer questions, but on this particular occasion, I would say yes.
Ako jamaja mante bukajabiro ke ntaka nyinin karo le kabari fana na nyinin karo kan nyindong mba fala ha molu sonta le menu silata isalta.
Would that have been a violation of their rights?
Fodum bitun saying wairi silata le salta fo wala nyanto tinyata le ba.
Yalon nyanto tinyata ni tata ni meseleme ala karola wala mutanoti.
Well, you know, if you are talking about a violation of the rights, if that is from the Islamic side of things, then that is the problem. All the others that did not pray, what was the reason for them not praying?
Wala be atela situation or answer whether
it is based on that one can say whether or not their rights were violated. You must know the reason for which they did not pray. If he did not pray in his right, then their rights might have been violated. But if he deliberately refused to pray and disobeyed God,
so as far as then
if you do not know which of these two, then you cannot possibly answer that question.
From what you said, I take it that there is some element of violation of religious rights of people.
Yes. Yes. I'm asking you.
I'm just giving a continuation.
I don't understand. I'm a bit lost.
I'm just encouraging you to continue. Your statement was not yet completed.
Thank you. Actually, I had completed. My statement was by some people praying on the day that he dictated as a result of fear. For those people, their rights were violated.
Your rights would be violated if at all, truly, even God knows that you were not supposed to pray. But if it were that, in fact, you were supposed to pray, then if that is the case, the one who made you afraid that you prayed is actually helping you.
So as far as
so that is why, since we cannot tell which is of the two, we cannot say directly that people's rights were violated.
But clearly, you cannot rule out that people's rights were violated.
molu sotonta ye mennu la nyantolu tinya sila nyakam
nsa fono le doro maybe
All we can say is maybe.
ko dembu kulola ti dal dame along with so
But that is a secret which to unravel it is not going to be easy.
But what is clear
remensene jang
is that there is no law in Gambia
wala nyindi ko luata nyim banko kan Gambia
which empowered Yaya Jammeh to make the pronouncement that he made.
me nyin sembo di Yaya Jammeh la pour ay nyin kuma kan lu melu fotem pour kawlu banke.
Do you agree with that?
Ako foy son tawla ba
Gambia la loi mangolonde
I do not know Gambia's laws.
Sharia?
Sharia mo man sembo de mola ka mo force pour aisal.
The Sharia does not empower anyone to force another person to pray.
Now let's go to the situation of Sheikh Haidara.
ngata Sheikh Haidara la kulu kan sai
Muhyiddin.
Sheikh Muhyiddin Haidara.
You know that he was arrested allegedly
ngalo ibota kala male ko ya mutale num
for not praying
ko amansali lunna
on the date Yaya Jammeh directed that everybody should pray.
lungume Yaya Jammeh lungume tombon ko mo be nyanta salla lungume nate mansali wolungula.
Are you aware of that case?
Ko foy boto kala male bang
Yes.
I have a newspaper here.
kibar kayto felemti mbulo kono jang
It's a Fourier newspaper
foroya la kibar kayto lem
of 4th August 2014,
August karo tilnani 2014 sango kono
exhibit 110.
na sede kayto kono awolem exhibit keme anin tanjango
And it says
ay même fo kayto bala
that Sheikh Muhyiddin Haidara,
o Sheikh Muhyiddin Haidara
the Caliph General,
Alif General
and Alkalo Buye Toure of Sangajor Dasilame,
anin alikalo buye Toure men be Sangajor Dasilame
they were arrested by police
police liye muta
for observing the Eid prayers on Tuesday, 29 July 2014.
ko sul salo ke July karotil muanin kononto 2014 sango kono
And they were taken to the police, where they spent 3 nights.
andu ye samba police ye suto sabake police olu buloto folaw
What do you say about that?
ko be mun fono lawto
alona statement ngamen dino before
The statement that I gave before,
nga ko indi jele ko ni Muhyiddin moto anin salibalia relation soto
I made it clear that if there was any connection between the arrest of Sheikh Muhyiddin Haidara and the refusal to pray,
tendu momo man saliba bele arrest la
then if that were the case, all other people that did not agree to pray on that day would have been arrested.
because atada mama salibalia
Because he was not the only one that did not pray.
so why Muhyiddin o dole ma olma
And why Muhyiddin and the others were not touched?
so wala na dalilo membe oto ala dorone alo
That is why the reason behind it, only God knows.
Would you say that if Muhyiddin was arrested and prosecuted for not praying on the 29th,
ako walam nyinti ko ye Muhyiddin muta nyina kam ko amansali karotil muanin kononto nala muto ketaw dalilo le kande
would you say that that arrest and detention was unlawful?
fodo ba fulale ko woto ala wo muto ani la soron ani luwa mantanyo
nse feo pempono do wala mente ko ya wala fo ko ya muta wala kam
If there is anything that I can say, it would be that that was the reason advanced for his arrest.
barin sonda ko nin wala mudalilo ti nun
But I accept that if that were the reason,
ibani salibalo lubele mutala
then he would have been arrested with the others that did not pray.
woto Imam Muhyiddin Imam muta salibalia kama
Therefore, Muhyiddin was not arrested for refusing to pray.
ku jama lebiye minu dabe koko
There are many other issues involved.
Okay, but I understand the position you are advancing.
nga fahamle itebe silo men takang
But what I want you to answer
lafta yedda men jaabi
is what is stated by the government.
man sakunda ye kango memfo
They said they have arrested him
ye ñine foko ya mutale
for disobeying Yaya Jammeh's order
pour ay Yaya Jammeh la kango le soso
by not praying on the 29th of July 2014.
tatu amanson salila July karotil muanin kononto 2014
In view of what the government has said,
woto man sakunda yo memfo wonya
do you think that arrest was lawful or unlawful?
ka jele ñinin ka fodum woto alawo muto ani loi tatale fani loi manta
Yalo mahmiran seputano ansala. I don't think we can arrive at that answer if we are not sure that that was the reason for his arrest in the first place.
But Imam,
the government said that is the reason.
Man sakunda ko wala muita ila dalilo ti teleolefo.
And when they took him to court,
adumbiri asamba kitu la fana.
They charged him for disobeying the lawful order of the president.
Ya tu minyina ko bankola president la kangole soso.
So we cannot now question whether there were other reasons for his arrest or not.
Wotonte lono la janka fo dalila dolle be ala muto koma. Italia memfombe ole jela.
But even if there were other reasons, the question I ask you is the reasons that the government has given. Are those reasons lawful for the arrest of the Imam?
Allo nene molu minu arrest dula jamalto.
You know, all the people that were arrested from different places.
Ntebe besla dalilo min kampurun saje ko mbe bolorene.
I will base it on the reason that will give me my right. That is what I do.
But whether o sahata wala man saha,
but whether that is real or otherwise, there were many question marks on many of those.
The
arrest of Muhyiddin for the refusal of praying that prayer time, he was not the only one that did not pray in that particular prayer time. If it was based on refusing to pray, why? That led to his arrest.
Why? Why
did they not also arrest the others that did not also pray? So there is a wide difference in this matter.
Yeah, Imam, with all due respect.
Yeah, Imam, bunya baby
you are still not answering the question. We can go round and round and round. But the elephant is there for you to see. Was it lawful to arrest the Imam for not praying on the day Yaya Jammeh ordered? Or was it not?
Yaya Jammeh lungu memfoko moli sali. Italia foko ye alimamu mutawole kang. Woduni lua tatale bang fana manta.
Apa heka to defana nganye nenka po ya muta salibalia la tonya keba.
Can you pardon me? Let me also pose this question back to you. Are you certain that he was arrested based on the refusal to pray?
Yeah, Imam, that is what the government stated.
Yeah, Imam, man sakunda ye wole fo ya senayandi.
Niya tarako ka poko ye women for woman saha. Nde ba pala ko woman saha. Because ni wole saha tano. Ani minu be man salebe wole be mutaral.
If that was the reason for his arrest, I would say that is not a genuine reason. Because if the reason were genuine, then he would have been arrested alongside the others that did not pray along with him.
Yeah, Imam.
Yeah, Imam.
I'm not asking you whether the reason given by the government was genuine or not genuine.
mantare nyinin ka ka nyinna ko man sakunda e dalilo memfo fa tembeta wala fa mantiling me nyinin ka wala.
What I am asking you,
me nyinin ka kam menna,
did government have the power to arrest him for praying on a day that is different from the one prescribed by Yaya Jammeh?
Man sakunda e memfo ko ya muta lunnela a manson salila lungula Yaya Jammeh lungo memfo fo ka muta wo lungula wo salibaliala akawle nyinin ka wayri teliole fo akay nyinin ka wala.
Akoitantala 100%.
It is clear to me. It is clear to me 100%.
100%.
He was not arrested for merely refusing to pray on the designated day.
Yes, Imam, you know that, but
100%.
But the commission does not.
Akoya Imam ite holon akoyete mawayri ko 100%. But commission mo
You know, I swore here.
Yes. 100%
I know 100% that he was not arrested for that reason.
Okay. You know that, yeah, Imam.
Akoyete le holon ya Imam.
But the government did not say that.
Bari mansakunda mawofo.
The government said
mansakunda ko
they arrested him
ya muta nyine kamma
for observing Eid prayers on 29 July.
Oh, ay salo ke July karoti limuang anin konontole iko ya muta wole kam.
And that is what he was charged with in court.
Adumbiri ya sabba kito la fanan ya tumi wolela. Kwa manson sala wole.
That charge.
Wo tumiro.
Forget about the reasons for the arrest.
Dalilo lumeni ya kendi ya muta nyina wolula.
That charge.
Ya tumiro menna wonya.
Was that lawful according to Sharia or unlawful?
Sharia wala karola. Ya muta menna wonya. Fodum wo nilwa tatale famantili.
Ya lontenga milong wole important amansa emimpo.
You know, what I know is more important than what the government said.
So the mansa konga muta nyindala koitantela ko woman saha.
So if the government gave reasons for his arrest and it's clear to me that those were not genuine,
nte kalila otokola ngapeng answer me alonko among is not existing.
I will not swear, then turn around and say something that is not existing.
Okay, yeah, Imam, let me read out. This is Foroya. I have read it out. Okay. I would now look at Cairo News. It's an online paper.
Cairo News online computer la.
And this is what it says. And I beg you to put aside what you know personally. Let us just focus on what the government said. And we talk about the legality of what the government said. And we put aside for the time being what the government may have thought or did, but which is secret.
Bari itelnata memfo jamaa mole ko nyine mu daliloti mbewle jube kan.
And this is what we have here.
Andu wala be ngulu jang.
The Caliph General of the Serif Caliphate in Dasilame Sangajor,
Caliph General Memmo Califoti Dasilame Sangajor,
who has been illegally detained since Tuesday,
Memmuta Tilimbalia kan kabrin talata lunga be mutaring,
on Thursday morning ferried to Banjul for a meeting with the members of the Supreme Islamic Council.
Ramisalung somanda ya nati Banjul pro aning Supreme Islamic Council la moli e bengoke.
The council members reportedly told the Caliph General
Council dingule nyim fo Caliph General ye kokumo fintita nyaming
that his arrest was initiated by them, Supreme Islamic Council.
It is Supreme Islamic Council le kangodi pour ye sirifo nyimuta
and not President Jammeh.
Amanka ko President Jammeh le ko ya muta.
Sheikh Muhyiddin Haidara, a resident of Fonyi in Western Region,
Sheriff Muhyiddin Haidara, member Siring Fonyi, Birka Matundo Kang,
was told that his arrest was in connection with his refusal to obey President Jammeh's edict or fatwa.
President Jammeh la kangumwe wala ay sarto memfo.
that no Eid prayers should be held in the Western region area on Tuesday. That is what was reported. Was that arrest for not praying on the date of Yaya Jammeh's fatwa, was that unlawful?
Yaya Jammeh yo fatwa mendi wonya nyina salibali asrifo salibali ya wulungula fo ila muto dum wo mu silatili multi bang.
Ala tentu bage,
we thank God.
Mbe duala commissioner efanang.
We pray for the commission also,
because ala Imam Fati haraje platform ola.
Because God chanced Imam Fati with a platform to clear himself in front of the commission.
Because kabring ayatande ko Muhyiddin la control ngemuta.
When he made it known to Muhyiddin that we arrested you,
dunia bear misunderstanding.
The entire world misunderstood him.
Bara kwaita mo bela ko yara pang wo actiono abe Muhyiddin le makoeka.
It is clear to all that that action was intended to assist Muhyiddin himself.
Because ni ya jamela ya mota police olute hanyila Muhyiddin bulala.
Because if Yaya Jammeh was the one that arrested Muhyiddin, the police would not have been brave enough to release him.
But if
he makes it look as if he was being arrested on the behest of the council, then the pressure would be taken off the policemen. So that they will not do anything that is shameful or bad to him in front of his family.
That
was why he tried all he could do on that day to make sure that Muhyiddin spent the night in his own house. But what God destines, nobody can do anything about it. But Muhyiddin knows he's a good friend of mine. And the whole of Daslami knows. And all the sheriffs know that. The reason why Muhyiddin was arrested. It was not a refusal to pray, it was not also the council.
Still, I will ask my question again. And I beg you for the last time to answer the question. I understand you have said that the reasons advanced by the government for his arrest are different from the actual reasons for his arrest. But we all know that government gave a particular reason for his arrest. And when Muhyiddin met with the Supreme Islamic Council, what was discussed was the same reason that was advanced by the government. Isn't that the case?
No.
What happened?
I spoke there. And I did not say anything that was related to that issue. We express our displeasure on something that is not our intention and something that we will never accept here. And that was the way things were.
Well,
the government said this. Whether that was right or not right, I do not think I can answer that. I cannot answer that. What I know, that which the government said, that is not genuine. I know that.
But yeah, Imam, not only was it, well, it may not have been genuine, but it was patently unlawful.
Because Mr. Fall besularing wo ansalam bulo nte bulo dalilo min kamma.
The reason why Council Fall is demanding that answer from me, I do not know.
It is for the Commission to have a better understanding.
The
extent of the violations of the religious rights of the Gambian people. And who was responsible for that violation? On this particular issue, the supreme members of the Supreme Islamic Council themselves said they arrested Muhyiddin. But you have explained the reason why that was said. But government also made a pronouncement that they arrested him because he disobeyed Jammeh's order. By answering the question, you help us to understand what is the right that is violated under Sharia, and who violated that right. That's why I want you to answer the question. That would help the Commission in its findings. Because this whole thing that we are talking about here is not that we are attacking Islam or that we are attacking members of the Supreme Islamic Council. We want to expose the violation of rights by Yaya Jammeh and those who enabled him. We have heard what he said. You told us that he did not have the power. Now somebody had been arrested on the basis of the pronouncement by Yaya Jammeh. Whether the government told us the truth or they lied, would you say that what the government told us that they did was lawful or unlawful?
You know, I showed you that it is clear that we don't have the power to arrest anyone. And I also showed you that Yaya Jammeh said that people should not pray. 10 people disobeyed him and they prayed. He goes and arrests one amongst them and comes with him. You want to make me accept that it was a refusal to pray. That was why which is why this individual was arrested. Why did he leave out the others?
But Imam, you are asking yourself a different question. I did not ask you that question. What I asked you is, the government said they arrested Muhyiddin for a particular reason. Was that lawful? Answer only that.
Kaya nyinin kawo drone la yoto jabi.
Ya lonte je ansalano because man say wo min fo aya min le don fo be dia mu furola.
You know, I cannot answer that one. That which the government say, did the government actually mean that, or was that just an empty statement?
Na ya mean
If the government meant it,
mo man sale aba bele arrest la.
all the people that did not pray would be arrested.
Ota be dia mu furola min fo ma min.
Then he is just empty talks. What he said, he did not mean it.
But Imam, if our recollection is right, Imam Fati told us that Imam Muhyiddin was arrested for that reason, for not praying.
Nimbe hakilo muruta koma. Imam Fati ya nyine fonte lube janko. Muhyiddin mutata nyin dalilo le kanko abalanta sallale lumula ya jame memfu.
And all the papers reported the same thing.
Adun nyin kibar kayto lube yo ku kilimule safe.
And the son of Muhyiddin,
Adun Muhyiddin dingo,
who testified before the commission, said that his father was arrested for not praying. Rather for praying on the wrong date prescribed by Yaya Jammeh. And this is exactly what it said. My father prayed the day Jammeh prohibited. And after coming back home, a police vehicle arrived and said they came to arrest the person who led the prayers. When they realized my dad was old, around 80 to 90 years, they found it hard to arrest him. They arrested Alkalo Buya Touray and took him to Buyam Post. My father was later called to go to Buyam Police, which he did. And he was arrested when he went. So the Imam Fati said he was arrested for praying on the prohibited date. At least that is maybe one reason he was arrested. If there are other reasons, at least this is one. The son also stated the same thing. All the newspapers said the same thing. He was charged before court for flouting the order of the president. So even if there are other reasons that may be known to you, all we want you to tell us, under Sharia law, was it lawful to arrest the imam for not praying on the prohibited date? For praying on the prohibited date.
Sharia la karola. For nyintale pour que alimamo nyi muta ka fo asalita lunne la lumme president ko mo kana sali.
I thought we had gone beyond that. I told you that
Sariyango mang sembo di mola kamo force kasali, aman sembo di mola kamo arrest because aman sali.
That the Sharia does not give powers to anybody to force anyone to pray on any particular day or to arrest a person.
Thank you very much. So we take it Muhyiddin's rights were violated.
I do not know that.
Well, we know that, sir, from your answer. And the commission is here to make its findings. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, it's 1:15, Mr. Chair. Maybe we will take, perhaps maybe we just continue until 1:30. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So the other issue I want to bring, still on the violation of rights of Gambians, is the issue of the Ahmadiyya. I know that this is a difficult topic, but we look at it only from the lens of the laws of the Gambia. And again, I have to explain this. This is not a challenge to Islam. It is not questioning Islam. It is not an inquiry as to what religion is right and what religion is not right. It's a question of looking at the laws of the Gambia and to check whether the actions taken by individuals and institutions are lawful or unlawful.
Doku bundalu anim molu kunkilin nali ekolu menuke fodum wolni loi tatale bam feni loi manta.
And that is independent from our personal views that we hold about religion.
Andu wonintel fangul la jero fatatale ntelenga dino nyinje nyaming.
So this is not about who is Muslim or who is Ahmadiyya.
Nying amanke nyintiko jumale muslimoti wala jumalum Ahmadiyati.
It is all about whether Section 25 of the Constitution have been violated.
Walem na constitutional lua membe nyimbanko sambakang alabunda muang ani lulu njango. Fo, iwo lua tinyata le famantinya.
Thank you.
Number.
You may have been aware that a lot of pronouncements have been made against the Ahmadiyya. Correct?
Sikeno ibota nyinkalamako. Kuma jamal le fota ye mennu foka Ahmadiyya lutumiala. Fo ibota ukalamale ba.
Yes. We have received
na kaito soto jang
one letter that was written by the Ahmadiyya to the president.
Letter of sotonta me alonko Ahmadiyya lu ya safe ka ki president oye.
The letter is dated 10th August 1997.
Later on in August karo till 1997 wasangolong asafeta.
Mr. Chair, this is Exhibit 117C.
Musede kaito la nombaleti 117C.
In that letter, the Ahmadiyya complained that there's a threat to persecute the Ahmadi Muslims.
Silanda beje ko aseke ye Ahmadi Muslimo lumuta ke mantora ke silandi ka kukela nyimbanko kan.
That is their complaint. And in paragraph 2 of the letter, they said as follows: that somebody said that the Ahmadis should be taken to 22nd July Square
22nd July Square
asked to convert to Islam or be killed. In Sharia, does anybody have the right to make this pronouncement? Yes, the question is in Sharia. Does anybody have the right or the power, for instance, to make this pronouncement that the Ahmadis be taken to McCarthy Square, July 22nd Square,
McCarthy Square, July 22nd Square,
be asked to convert to Islam or be killed. Would such a pronouncement be lawful in Sharia?
What time did you say that letter was written?
1997.
1997 sangoko.
I'm the right person work action or jabila.
I think the right person to answer that question is the one whose signature is on the letter.
I understand what you're saying. But Imam, you have a degree in Islamic law. You are the president of the Supreme Islamic Council. You have a responsibility to help build peace and social cohesion in this country. Your wisdom and knowledge in Islam can help this country a great deal. And this is one of those periods that your country needs you. To help it understand what can be done in the name of the religion and what cannot be done in the name of the religion. And I ask you this question. Is it lawful in Sharia for anybody to call to say a group of people be brought and be forced to convert to Islam or be killed? Is that lawful in Islam?
Actually,
Actually, between me and Mr. Fall, if he does not want us to be here until the next day, because we are surely going to be here until the sun sets, this is a letter that was written.
Why?
The one that wrote it, why was he instructed to make this statement? Only that person alone can answer questions regarding this letter. I cannot answer that question here till the next morning.
Imam, is it not true that in Islam, you cannot force anybody to convert into Islam?
You cannot do it.
Because he has to be willing from his heart. And you cannot reach a person's heart.
And the Islamic religion itself prohibits such conduct, doesn't it?
Islam dino fango. Ayun ku façon lu tonne fo do wonde to ñati ba forcé
yalon muslim ya do ko fente je min tambita kamolu kanu ya hame be ke muslim olo mo dino la do ko.
The work of Islam is to love people and wish that all of them embrace the religion.
Ya na kairo kono nyomoyo kono badia kono bare be ke muslimodi. To
come in peace, to come in cordiality, but for all of them to be Muslims is the wish of everyone who is in the work of Islam.
And by extension, it is prohibited to force anybody to convert forcefully into Islam. It is prohibited, isn't it?
And woto
Mote mo forseto tu bindilano.
No one can, no one can forcefully convert someone into Islam. It is the heart that converts. The tongue does not convert.
You are telling us about possibilities.
Exactly.
Whether it is possible or not possible.
Amunda benyine fokanyeng kolu menusikeno ase keno le wala ate keno la.
I am not asking that question.
Ndemantara wonyinin kakang.
What I am asking,
Mbeme nyinin kakang.
that from your infinite wisdom
Abo ite fangolang naniyoto ila londoto.
in Islam and Sharia,
Islam anin Sharia ngokono.
is it not prohibited
Fodung nyimanke kuti ye meya lonko Islamo ya kong
to force anybody to convert into Islam?
pour ka momuta ka forcer to tubindi kadundi Islamo kono.
Forsated did not.
There is no force in religion.
You have told us that before.
Because when we hear force, it's either you do it or else something else will happen. That is force.
What did not?
That is not in the religion.
But isn't the effort to make that force itself prohibited?
Fodung nyimanke kuti pour wo kuo fango ka ke kuti ka forcer ola mo kan fo wo manke kuti bang.
Miye Ming Tong.
Ye mentong.
Ita forcela no.
You cannot force someone. His time will be wasted and your time too will be wasted.
Yeah, Imam, you're telling us about the practicality of it.
Amunda ya Imam akuo kse keno nyaming ite be wole fokan tolia.
I am not talking about that.
Mantara wo fokan.
I want you to educate this commission.
Leftale nyim commission molu karandi.
In Sharia,
Sharia la karola.
is it not prohibited
Fodung nyimanke kuti meya lonko atontale.
to force anybody to convert into Islam? Is it not prohibited?
Puruka momuta ka force to tubindi kadundi Islamo kono.
That is a yes or a no answer.
Wo muingine ti ha wala hani abole nyinin kakanje.
Yalo wote imbango pa throughout.
No,
Gambia.
that is not in this country, throughout, not in this Gambia.
We know it's not here.
Na lon na tijang.
What we are asking you is it prohibited in Islam?
Bebe nyinin kakang. Wolom nyindi fo nyim ko Islamo ya haram le ba balantala.
Yalo fenkari haramta nimbinte kelano. Kuflalum.
You know, something that is something that is
amanya kela bar minte kela no ibuga foko haramda mote mo forcela no ka ke misili mode. It's impossible.
Well, nobody can force anybody to become a Muslim or to convert into Islam. Because Islam is in the heart. Because if you force somebody, he will become a hypocrite. Because that will be even worse than what the deed you have done. Because that person will in fact fear you than even Allah.
Would it be Islamic to say that a particular individual should be forced to convert into Islam?
Honey. No.
Thank you very much. So therefore it is prohibited.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Imam.
Yeah, Imam.
And equally, call that particular individuals be killed because they do not believe in Islam. That is prohibited, isn't it?
It's like Council Paul wants to You have answered my question, only that you are not aware of it.
Do you know man process?
There is no force in religion.
Exactly.
And to call for the killing of an individual because that individual has not accepted Islam is also unlawful in Islam.
Aning kalo kafo kari nyanta falale fodum wodum falang islamo yo taliban islamo sonta wala leban pour kalo kamoju be kafo nyanta
falale.
It must come with a reason.
And what reason could that possibly be?
Ay wo dalilo sikeno muneti.
Min ko nyanda kala. Ako particular person min nyanda fala. Allah atalabe dalilo fala why?
The one that says that that particular person should be killed should be the one to advance the reasons for that action.
But can you tell us, under Islamic law, under what circumstances would such an act be acceptable?
Saying l'Islam la sartolu koto. Ite si munefono nyenyi wose keno sarta jumanyol le kanka fo inyanta kari fala. Mun dalila jumanyol le se awo kendino.
The
reasons to make that happen. This is now preaching.
Supreme Islamic Council concern
And I am here to bring to light things that are concerning the Supreme Islamic Council.
Because it
is the council that I represent on this seat.
So me Supreme Council concern.
So I think issues that concern the Supreme Islamic Council, those are the things that are quick for me to bring to light. So I beg the council on that.
Yes, Mr. Imam, I am raising these questions not because I want to waste your time.
Yeah, Imam, but
we want you to help the commission understand what acts are permissible in Islam and what are not permissible. Because it is alleged that certain statements were made for the interest and benefit of Islam. So we ask you, what is the Islamic position on statements of this nature?
And
that is the simple reason. And we are not even asking you whether those statements were true or false. All we want to know is whether these statements are permissible to be made in Islam. Because my education in Islam tells me that Islam is one of the most tolerant religions.
Dino lumen bebe kering islamolem dinati meyalon ko ay kutuno molye ka tambi dina dolu bela.
It is also the most just religion that I know.
Adunga telom dino ti mentilinta dino lu beti ntenga mello.
And it is the only religion I know which encapsulates almost all of human rights in the Quran.
Adunga atedelon non dino ti. And
that is the reason why I ask you these questions, whether it is permissible in Islam to say that a particular person should be killed because the person has refused to accept Islam.
Even if I had not sworn, this question that you have asked on the reasons why someone should be killed in the name of Islam,
Hanne mankali.
Even if I had not sworn,
O answer sulata research lela ka kiskisi.
that answer needs to be researched,
Sakona koni kalta papa.
most especially if you swore.
Min soneata.
That which is easier,
Nimmin ko inyanta pala.
the one that said that they should be killed,
Ate ko ala resinomo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lat.
who said his reasons are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Ne nyininka worisino la fo nyunu jaratale ka mo fayla ba.
You ask him whether it is necessary that these individuals be killed.
Maybe o answer se sonea.
Maybe that answer will then be easier.
But minulum dalilolti.
But what the reasons are,
Yalo ndibe o jabila.
you know, if you were to answer that,
Ibe diamo kan ala tolla ko ala ko nyinde nyanta ke.
you speak in the name of God to say that this is what God says.
O manke ku sonea rende.
That is not an easy thing.
Po ese o kiskise dalilol soto authentic reason.
You must research and get authentic reasons for such action.
Mr. Chair, it's 1:30. Perhaps we can take our first break.
Thank you,
Council
Council.
and
Thank you, Imam Touray. Council, do we have a copy of the Supreme Islamic Council Constitution? If we don't, can we try to get it during the break?
We have
need to say.
We have asked the Ministry of Justice. They could not find it.
A related question is when and where the Constitution was promulgated, adopted by. Was it at the first Congress of the Supreme Council? Or
Yes, that is what I was given to understand in 1992.
Can we have silence in the back there, please? We're not.
Ako mulu be koma dukare ali de demanding fonse nyomo no kono to jambang.
Sorry, Council, can you just clarify the point there?
Yes, we are given to understand that the Constitution was adopted perhaps at a Congress at the Independence Stadium in 1992. Obviously, it would have been filed with the Ministry of Justice. We did inquire with the Solicitor General. They have looked extensively. They are yet to find it.
Imam, I presume you can confirm that you don't have a copy of the Constitution with you here, do you?
Imam, chairman ko abe menyin ka kanke dane fo. Supreme Islamic Council la constitutional kitabu fabe bulle bang.
Ngompong kantala purni sulatala.
I brought it along in case it is needed.
Oh, marvelous.
That would be helpful. Thank you.
Splendid.
Thank
if
you.
we can just get a copy
Indeed.
Of that one.
Indeed.
And I'm glad also that he's confirmed that he's here to talk about the Supreme Islamic Council.
Indeed.
And not kakawando kijantukaru sisi kunankola kakawando tatu kunankobu lokole atende mabaki. But we will take a 1-hour break for lunch, and the Imam can go and have good lunch as the Tourais do. Thank you. Meeting is adjourned.